Motlop with great pace and then checks on to goal. You've got to be good to do that.
Sends it inside the forward 50, just changing the angle of attack. Runs free at the back. Gunston with a chance to kick his third, and he does. Outside of the boot. The contest by Bruce. White cross goes back. Well played by Caddy. Barker gives it to Motlop, and Motlop steals it through. Kicks it down towards full forward. Big leap at the back from Hodge. Motlop arrives quickly. Flicks it over the top. Taylor is through. Taylor, the finesse, the finish, and the catch will be hard to catch. They snatch a late goal, stretch the lead. Blitzapps was up. Hale, Murdoch goes with the right boot. I think he's got it. He has. Jordan Murdoch.
What a quarter by Geelong. Well, curse or no curse, Hawthorn face their moment now.
We had a lead and then they'd come back and got in front, and I think probably a lot of people had written us off, but we had confidence that our last quarters were strong, and I think we weren't rattled. I think if you look, there's vision of our huddle at 3/4 time would be pretty composed, a lot of composed faces and good discussion going on, not too much ranting and raving.
I think we know from all the games that we play that you can never get too far ahead of the game, especially when we play Geelong and Hawthorn. Both sides, whenever we've played, have been up by a significant amount, just to have it reeled straight back in.
We were confident, no doubt about that. We still think probably 20 points up at 3/4 time we should have won the game.
Losing to them constantly, it was becoming a bit of a joke.
Internally, you don't talk much about the curse, but I'm betting the boys that have played in the majority of the games were thinking pretty heavily about it.
We've got a good record against them in finals, and that was a positive going into the game.
They found a way through. It's a hand pass to Bartel. Live ball in the square. Burgoyne applies the pressure. As a result, Hill with a chance. Hill puts it through. Wonderful work by Burgoyne.
Sean Burgoyne in particular, in that, I just remember him lighting up in that last quarter and thinking, thank God we drafted him.
Burgoyne to put them in front. He doesn't miss. He's kicked three. Hawthorn back in front.
The one thing that stands out was Ben Stratton taking a big pluck. I think we'd already taken the lead there, and he took 2 grabs and pretty much steadied the ship.
Stratton over the top. What a wonderful mark.
Great composure. A couple of big marks.
They've lost it, Geelong, haven't they?
Johnson gets it from Selwyn. Stevie J floating to centre half forward. Varco still with Varco. This to tie the match. He's missed. He's missed.
And he'd kick that 9 times out of 10. I thought, here we go again, because it happened. Hawkins kicked a goal after the siren, and so it just kept happening to us against Geelong. So I thought, here we go again. I actually thought, yeah, we'll go on, he'll kick that.
I was surprised that he didn't take the mark. He let it bounce.
Tip my lid to Sully and say thanks for putting the pressure on, because he would have slotted a bit if Sully wasn't there.
Travie just had one of those moments, and it'll probably forever haunt him, but he's got to be better for it. Next time he gets another chance, he's got to kick it.
To Shields, we're down to 9 seconds.
And then Pioplo ended up getting it on the wing, and all I could think was, don't play on, there's 20 seconds to go, just stop. And Poppy played on, and I was just screaming at probably thin air, really. And then I looked up and I saw that there was Ruffy, and then Cyril, and then Bud, and I was thinking, oh, thank God.
Bud and Rioli had the ball on their own inside 50, so I'm thinking, oh, we're going to kick another goal here. And then I saw some people start cheering, and I was trying to look around, trying to figure out what was going on. And then I realised, then I heard the siren, and then the umpire blew the whistle, because the umpire didn't hear it either. But it was the loudest game I've played in by a stretch, so we didn't really know the siren had gone, but when it did, it was a feeling of, thank God for that, I guess.
Get the hearse for the curse. It comes down towards Rioli. He'll mark and kick after the siren. I don't think the umpire has heard the siren. It's going. They've won. Hawthorn have won.
Never felt like we had them. I never, until the siren went, I didn't think we've got them at any point.
That was relief. It was relief to have what felt like to get what we deserved.
26 points up, start of the last quarter. I mean, we outplayed them for most of the night, like they had done many times to us before then. So disappointing too, because we were only a kick away from a grand final, but they went on to win.
It will still sting, that we had a chance in a huge game to get a spot in the grand final, and we weren't good enough in the moment.
As you look back at the grand final of 2013, you probably look to the prelim more than anything and just think how much of an amazing game that was. It was just as exciting being part of that as it was being part of the grand final team.
It takes a lot of spirit to come from 3 and a bit goals down at three-quarter time in the prelim. To not lose heart and faith in your system and your teammates and yourself. So that's pretty special.
Everyone in the whole world knew that at some stage Hawthorn were going to beat Geelong. I was as acutely aware of that as anyone. We'd prefer it didn't happen in a prelim final, but we get a chance again in round 5 to play a side up the top. Really, I hope the rivalry continues because it will reflect the fact that both teams are still going pretty well.